I'm your host, Dr. Dino Dilemma, and today we're counting down 8 hilarious prehistoric and even cryptid blunders you never knew happened. Get ready for tiny arms, giant wipeouts, and the occasional monster photobomb. T-Rex tiny arm tantrum. Ever wondered why T-Rex arms are the butt of so many jokes? Turns out those stubby limbs were a real liability. Picture trying to water your own plants with little 3-foot arms. In reality, T-Rex couldn't scratch its head, feed its young, or even high-five a friend. Scientists believe those arms were used for mating or balance, but on a daily basis, total fail. Fun fact: T-Rex arms measured only about 3 feet long, barely useful beyond mating grips. Woolly mammoth makeup meltdown. Next up, the woolly mammoth spa day gone wrong. These shaggy giants coated themselves in mud to repel insects and regulate temperature. Smart, right? Till that mud dried into a cement-like mask. Imagine sneezing out a sandstorm mid-mammoth meeting. Talk about a beauty routine backfire. Fun fact, mammoths used mud mask to keep bugs and sunburn at bay. Velociraptor pack chat glitch. Velociraptors were true team players, hunting in packs, but coordinating via giant stone tablets. Epic glitch. Archaeologists recently found scratch marks suggesting they tried to carve messages, only to have them shatter. No reply all, just shattered slate. Fun fact, evidence of pack hunting comes from trackways in Mongolia. Pterosaur flight fumble. Flying 30 feet across the sky is impressive, until your wings stall. Pterosaurs mastered the air, but sudden wind gusts could send them belly flopping into ponds. Luckily, water landings are softer than rock. Fun fact, some pterosaurs had 33-foot wingspans, making takeoff tricky. Bigfoot blunder. Nearly every blurry photo features him tangled in vines or tripping over his own feet. With 8-foot legs and 300 pounds of hair, slipping on a muddy trail was inevitable. No wonder he's always hiding. Fun fact: only about 10% of sightings include clear footprints. Loch Ness Monster photobomb. That famous hump shot, turns out she lifted her head just long enough to scare a group of tourists, then ducked under. Fun fact: over 1,000 alleged sightings, but clear evidence remains elusive. Spinosaurus slip and slide. Meet Spinosaurus, the 50-foot river king with claws like tiny scythes. Sounds epic. Until it lunges onto a muddy bank and belly slides like a gargantuan water park guest. One moment you're stalking fish, the next you're face first in pond scum and wondering why your claws can't grab any traction. Fun fact: Spinosaurus reached up to 18 meters long, but its curved claws were better for snagging fish than gripping slippery mud. Stegosaurus plate puzzle. Behold Stegosaurus, nature's version of a walking tank, bristling with 60 centimeters plates. Great for looking fierce. Until you try squeezing through a jungle's narrow branches. Those towering back plates get caught like a prehistoric comb, and suddenly you're the one getting groomed by vines. Fun fact: Stegosaurus plates weren't armor. They likely helped with display and thermoregulation, not defense. Yeti snow cone addiction. Meet the legendary Yeti, king of Himalayan heights and thoughtful connoisseur of snow cones. That's right, one too many shaved ice snacks and this fluffy giant is left in a sugar coma, face first in a pile of pastel slush. Who knew cryptid lore included brain freezes and sticky fur? Fun fact: Yeti folklore dates back over 500 years in the Himalayas. Early accounts describe mysterious white footprints in fresh snow, not melting sugar drips. Godzilla gas shockwave. Behold Godzilla's newest weapon, the gas shockwave. One massive, retrofit leak, and this Titan's rear unleashes a sonic blast that topples tiny cities and clears the room faster than atomic breath. Even monsters can't escape their own emissions. Fun fact: in early drafts, Godzilla's secondary attack included a thunderous roar and, surprisingly, an epic blast of volcanic gas. Mothman fridge light hiccup. Mothman's glowing red eyes are perfect for night flights until he sneaks in for a midnight snack. One glare at the fridge sensor and click, the lights off, and our winged friend fumbles into the shelves like a blind bat at a buffet. Who knew cryptid cravings could be so illuminatingly disastrous? Fun fact: Mothman legends date to 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Venue, where glowing red eyes meant more than just roadside attractions. King Kong dance floor calamity. Meet King Kong, the colossal king of Skull Island, thrown into the ultimate party pit. On the dance floor, those massive arms and thunderous footsteps don't make for smooth moves, but seismic stomps and shattered floorboards. One wild beat, and our giant ape ends up tangled in disco lights and disco guests alike, proving even titans can't keep rhythm. Fun fact: King Kong first strutted onto screens in 1933, standing over 25 meters tall in the original, perfect for scaling skyscrapers. Not so much for two-step. Chupacabra goat cheese raid. Here's the notorious Chupacabra, rural legend and self-appointed goat sucker. One moonlit break-in at the granary, and our scaly snack thief discovers that goat cheese and grain are a recipe for disaster. With sticky curds clinging to its snout and hoof-shaped footprints slipping through spilled kernels, this cryptid learns the hard way that midnight farm raids aren't as smooth as the stories make them sound. Fun fact: Chupacabra sightings began in Puerto Rico in the 1990s. Witnesses reported livestock drained of blood and mysterious puncture marks, not cheese catastrophes. There you have it, 12 prehistorics, cryptids, and movie monsters, proving that even the mightiest legends have their off days. Which epic fail cracked you up the most? Until next time on Jurassic Fails. Because in the ancient world, it really did suck to be some of these guys.